Hello and welcome to Never Foul. It's Thursday and a lot of news are flying around us. Within the minute, you'll see tweets about Declan Rice, Moise Caicedo, Bellingham is done, and the new one is Neymar. But I'm here with a fantastic panel, of course, Cass, Ty, and of course Dawood. Now, a regular now, we love him here. I hope you guys do too. But I'm going to start with him. Dawood, how are you feeling, man? How's everything with you?
Good with a bit. I'm happy with my team. I'm happy with where we are in the league. Not happy, but satisfied. There's quite a few transfers that might get done in the summer. I heard that we've got a massive transfer kitty. So if it's true, then next season will be a lot better than this season.
A lot better. And Ty, your team takeover, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I'm not sure if you wanted him with a Qatari. Me and you haven't talked a lot about it, about the takeover. What was your preference?
100% the Qataris all the way. And funny enough, I just literally answered the same question 5 minutes ago. In short, Glazers still hang around with Ratcliffe, and obviously I think there'll still be a sour taste among Man United fans. With the Qataris in, it's a complete change, a complete reshuffle, a complete 100% takeover, new regime, new everything. And I just think they're going to do things, how Man United fans want it. So in short, I want the Qataris. But if it's Jim Ratcliffe, what can I do? I can't sit here for my little 2-bedroom house and moan about it because I ain't changing nothing. So, yeah, man.
I have more news on that anyways. More updated news. I'm not going to believe it too tough, though, because I don't want to talk about Ratcliffe yet. I want to talk about probably more towards the end of the show because it's a bit boring when you dive straight into it, if you lot agree.
Yeah.
I'd rather get to the transfer news. There's loads of Liverpool and Arsenal movement.
Yes.
So, for me, talking on that, there's... What have you seen the last couple of days? Again, as I say, man, don't believe certain news outlets until it's really there. So yeah, man, I hear it.
Let's start with the rumors then, Cass.
Well, start then, man.
The biggest one, I think, the biggest one in world football now
is
Mr. Neymar, the superstar, the box office guy, Neymar. He's linked to your club somehow. Today, I woke up Manchester United.
Everybody's linked to Man United, and I think there's a lack of stardom at Man United currently as well. And I can see it happening because, in a way, I can see it happening because when you talk about a move, who needs a player, who needs the big player, who's going to pay the big bucks? It's going to be Man United, isn't it? That's the way I look at it. But there's obviously other teams that we're not as strongly linked. Even Gilberto Silva recently came out and said he would like to see him play for Arsenal, rather than him going and switching to somewhere like Newcastle. And I'm thinking, how does he know about anything about Newcastle?
Yeah.
And they're going to need, if they want to get the revenues in and play the budgets, I mean, what's better than getting Neymar to kick it off? But how much is his wage going to be?
Does he make a 500 or 600?
Like that, yeah.
It's got to be 450, 500 minimum. Yeah, it's got to be. And the thing is, as well, what you got to think about with Neymar is that he's not silly, right? He's going to know that this is probably his last big contract he'll get in terms of like a 3-4 year deal. He's 31 now, I think it is. I'm sure he's about 31 now. So yeah, for me, it's going to be a club that are going to be willing to give him a 3-year deal. He's going to want big money as well. And there's only a few clubs that are going to be able to pay that. Now, Newcastle, of course, they haven't really gone down that ego route. We were talking about it yesterday on this specific show, obviously with Specs and all them guys. Newcastle haven't really got egos, but with the Qataris want to say, right, let's bring Neymar to the club and give it that sort of global attention. But then it could unrest the harmony there. You don't know. Chelsea, we know that they've spent a lot of money. Have they got the money to then also go and get Neymar? Manchester United, we're Manchester United, of course, as a footballer, I'd love Neymar at my football club because I'm a big fan of Neymar. But in terms of obviously us and what we're trying to do with the rest of the squad, how much does that affect that kitty? There's a lot of ifs and buts. And, there's a talented player there. Like, I know people say talented, he's 31. I mean, like, there's a world-class player there in terms of natural ability. But, there's pros and cons for each club that want him, that could get him. Chelsea, can they do it, like we said, with the budget?
Hold on, Kaz, do you feel the same? Do you feel the same? Do you want Neymar to be playing for Manchester United?
No, I don't want him there. I think it spells everything's wrong at the moment with football at the moment. Like he ain't coming to prove a point. Like, don't you man agree? Like, don't you think wherever he goes, he isn't going anywhere to prove a point? I get it. The Premier League he hasn't done it. I think he gets smashed up in the Premier League. I'll be honest. I think he gets done up. Man.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You know what?
If you tried Neymar, Cass, and then you had the option of him and Bruno, like sometimes playing the number 10 home games and that. Like, I'm not saying right, Man United, he's part of my transfer list. I'm saying go and get Neymar. But if he was presented and we could definitely go and get him and still get our other targets,
that's a different story.
That's how I'm
him in a 10, but we're not a controlling side. None of the sides, Chelsea, Newcastle, Man United, they're not controlling side. We ain't really seen a Newcastle side take the game to a bigger team and control the whole game, like start to finish. See, someone like Arsenal would make more sense to me if you're controlling the game, or Man City, like that kind of style. I think that
I bet Arsenal fans wouldn't want him, Cassino. Oh, Dawood's an Arsenal fan, isn't he? Yeah.
I mean, look, personally, I wouldn't want him because look, Neymar is sick, but every March he goes missing. In important games, he goes missing. Do you know what I'm saying? When we're gonna need him, what have we just been complaining about Man United fans about Marcel, even injuries? This guy's always getting injured. Now, yes. Neymar playing for my club, I'm gonna get gassed. But guess what? At the end of it, I'm gonna be like, what was it for?
Well, to be fair, we're more physical here as well. You could get more injuries here because we're
That's
much
what
more
I'm
physical.
saying. Like when them crunching tackles and all that kind of stuff come in, like, and we talk about glass ankles. He's got a glass ankle because he's always
What do you think then? What do you think then? Do you think the best move for him, like Mo, even you, and looking at it from?
Let me clear something up first. Neymar contract ends in 2025. He makes 900k pounds a week, so he has still 2 years.
What, 900,000 pound a week?
Yeah, that's how much he makes. This is official. This is the official from PSG. 900 a week, guys. So. Like, sorry,
because Mbappe is on what, $1 million a week,
$1 million and I think 1.2 or something. Mbappe's 1.2 million.
Wow, I've heard it all.
So this is something I don't think anybody can pay. I don't even think Man United are allowed to pay that much.
Our FFP would not get us that.
Exactly, you're not allowed to pay that much unless you get rid of 3 players, which is Martial, Sancho, and somebody else.
And Arsenal are not going to break their regime to do that. Arteta is like a not a dictator, but he's got that sorted out. He is not going to then bring Neymar in and mess that up. That is not what you need.
And
go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, taking away from the financial side of it, I don't think he's as hungry as he was before because he's already won the Champions League. His main priority now is winning a trophy for Brazil, winning the World Cup. And I've seen him play for PSG. He hasn't got that same motivation. Him and Messi. Messi is his head's gone. He doesn't want to win any more trophies. Neymar, I saw an interview that he did last year where he said that this might be his last World Cup. And when he was like 30 last year as well. So it's like football, he's kind of lost that motivation. And then bring him into the Premier League. You need hungry players. And if you're rebuilding like Chelsea, where they need 2-3 years, yeah, he's not a long-term player. He's a player that Man City could get right now, where a short-term signing, you can get 2 years out of him. But for Arsenal, Man United, we're a team we're rebuilding. We need 2-3 years of building a team together, and he's just a short-term fix.
I'm not Neymar's biggest. You asked me about the football, Ty. You asked me about the football. I'm not Neymar's biggest fan, to be honest. I think lately he has been not thinking about football. Every time I'm watching him play, he is zoning out. He's not focused on the pitch with the injuries that Cass said. And I don't like players that go missing and they like talk about his sister's birthday and all this stuff. I don't think Neymar is worth even 350k a week at the moment.
Oh, come on.
So let me just tell you, I would choose a lot of players before him. Like I would choose Vinny Jr. before him. I would choose Saka before him. Now, Saka's availability has been great. You know what I mean? You can get 3, 4, 5 years of Saka. You're not guaranteed to get even 2 years of this Neymar guy. Yes, ability-wise and technicality. Yes, technicality must be one of the most technical players in the history, right? Like he's like as technical as Ronaldinho. But it's not only about the flicks and tricks. It's about availability. It's about the desire to play football. It's about the output. And that's what I'm questioning.
I agree. I I have to agree on that one, man. It's
Yeah,
I
I
think
do.
I spoke to Daps about it, and he's a City fan. I spoke to other Cam, another City fan. People don't know Cam. You'll get to know Cam a little bit over the time. Top guy, met him. Ty met him as well. Big Steve. They all wouldn't take Neymar just for a little bit of stardom for the year. No, he's not worth $1 million a week just because he can do tricks and flicks. I need goals. I need trophies. And as far as I know, it's like I can appreciate Neymar. I think he's wicked. Like,
you know what, Cass? He's probably amazing to watch when he's not on your team.
Yes, thank you. Great, fantastic.
Yeah.
You're great. It's like, oh, great, you're great.
On it, what perspective on it as well? Yeah, with him, it's like, look, Saka's rumored to be earning 300k per week these days at Arsenal. You think he's going to be looking at other people's wages? Of course he is. Fabrizio Romano did come out and say there's a concrete chance he's going to leave. But I'm telling you now, he's not going nowhere. He's got 2 years left on his deal on 900k. He doesn't have the budge. He just needs to do Gareth Bale and chill if he wants to. That's it.
But haven't we lost that side of football where now I love Saka, but when I watch Saka, he doesn't get me off my feet. He's very good at what he does. Arteta's building a team where Arteta tells him where to run, where to go. We don't have that flair player. I've lost like if you watch Man City,
You got Odegaard. I mean,
I know. If you watch Man City, you don't get off your chair. Their style of football is very structured to what Pep Guardiola does. So it's like pass, go, pass. It's so boring to watch. Players like Neymar, players like Mbappe, they get you off your chair. You love it. Nutmeg here.
You get me off my chair at Champions League stage when it's needed.
Yeah, I know. But it's like we've lost that kind of side of football where it's gonna turn into just a way where it's you have runners in your team. You have players that just get told what to do, where to play. We've lost that arrogance. Players don't have no arrogance anymore. You don't see a single City player with a bit of arrogance and that I want to be the best player in the world. You got that with Haaland.
You know what? I
he's not
actually
like
agree with that massively, dude, because funny enough, it's a bit of a different context, but one of my friends was around here, and this is like a few months ago he said this, but when I think of the game against Real Madrid and Man City the other day, my friend said a few months ago, he was like, do you remember when we grew up, how many goals we would see from outside the box of like people just taking shots, but like actually scoring? Like a lot of goals now are all inside the sort of 18-yard box. They're world work team goals, they're cutbacks on stuff like that. There's no sort of like what you said in terms of the flair or just like Vinny Jr. cutting in, unleashing a rocket and it goes straight in the top bins. I was even like, wow, like when you see that now, it gets you off your feet even more because you're not used to seeing them goals. And I do agree in terms of like players are being a bit more restricted. They're more just, they've got their individual, how do I put it? Like not structures, but directions that the manager have given them. And they just follow that really. It's a bit more like a script.
Don't you think that actually that increases the stock of someone like Neymar? Because if he goes to a club, he's the box office superstar. You don't think that now will attract clubs? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have that guy in your club, you would want someone like this. You would want young kids on the street to buy the jersey of this particular guy.
I was say, look, if the only way I'm taking Neymar is if we get rid of Sancho and he comes on like 450k and he takes his wage packet, I'll be like, take it. I'm having it. 450k, don't care. Take it.
Isn't Sancho like the Alibaba version of Neymar? Where
he was meant to take the reins.
The disrespect to the Alibaba here.
The disrespect.
My man is being serious because Sancho, you can't get past the player.
Bro, when I saw Neymar when he was playing in Brazil, and I was seeing these YouTube because everyone knew Neymar off of YouTube, innit?
Santos,
secondary school. When I saw him score, bro, don't ever put Sancho in. He can never do what he can ever do. Neymar's lost a burst of speed. He's lost a lot in his game, man. Become a little bit more creative though, but I just missed the Neymar that was direct and taking a piss out of people. We can week up Barcelona.
We've seen it 1 year. 2014, 14, 15.
No, that's very.
So tell me. No, that year
the season where
Barcelona, it was wicked.
The season where Messi got injured and it was him and Suarez up front. He was absolutely.
Is that the season that they lost to PSG, came back and then lost to Roma, 2017-18?
It might be the one, It might be the one.
But he was unreal that season. The stats that
I thought that 14, 15, he was great. But anyway, like I see your point, but also,
man said
guys, I think the tricks and flicks and 1 year of like not where they won the Champions League.
Let me ask you now. Say the end of the transfer window then, because I know we've got others to discuss. Do any of you guys see Neymar in the Premier League? Yes or no?
Yes.
I don't see him in the
Yes,
Premier League. I don't see no club affording him. Unless he was
Chelsea.
going on a free. No, if he-
Chelsea.
But what I swear,
Chelsea.
what thing he did with PSG that they offered him like a hotel in Paris, and then that was part of the deal. Where it's
But-
like they could offer him like because the Saudis own PSG. I mean Newcastle. They can offer him a bit of land in Saudi or offer him this. There's always other ways to offer players money when it doesn't have to be wages. They can
And
offer
you know
him.
what as well? Because even Mo saying Chelsea, Pochettino is probably 85% going to be that manager. I
Yeah.
can't remember the relationship between Poch and Neymar. So would Poch actually want Neymar when Poch relies on high pressing, dominating the ball? Not saying that Neymar can't dominate the ball, but
Yeah,
it's more.
it's
It's all about.
He's
It's all
a
about
yes
energy
man,
for
Ty.
Poch. It's all
He's a
about
yes
energy.
man, Ty.
It's
yeah,
all
but
about energy for Poch.
it's everything Chelsea don't need right now.
Yeah,
They
I'm
need-
not sure if.
Yeah,
it's
but
not-
Neymar is not Mbappe and Messi. Neymar is at PSG. Neymar is his own guy. I think Neymar was for me. I thought Neymar was the better out of Mbappe and Messi in terms of like wanting, like even Neymar last year when they lost in the Champions League, he was the only one playing. If
Yeah,
you
but
remember, I think me and you talked
I
about
agree.
it, Ty.
Yeah, a bit.
He was the only one
Yeah,
going back,
Against-
trying
about
to get
against
the ball
City.
from the defense. You remember? Yes,
Yeah,
he's
he
the only
was.
one going back, trying to get the ball. Like he wants to still win. The problem with him is that, as Cass said, that 2 months period where he just goes missing, or a month that he's not there, and we'll see. But I still think that Chelsea might be able to get something going for
I
him.
think if Chelsea do that, just call it the end of Chelsea, bro. Just call it the end. Like, there's no point. They need so much.
What a team that would be on paper.
Yeah, what a team, but I just don't
On
think
paper.
it'll be vibes, but nothing else. It's like, okay,
I
what?
know.
Because he'll go missing, and then Chelsea fans will get onto him. He'll go get injured. Then he got a crappy replacement in it, and then they need to press, and he's not going to want to press. He's
That's
gonna
that's the
fall
reason
by
why.
December. I've already
It's
seen
one of
it.
the reasons why he gets a lot of injuries. One of the reasons why he gets a lot of injuries because he keeps the ball way too much, and then he antagonizes opposition players where they think, "Bro, this guy is not making me too much. Let me just swipe him. Let me just take him out." The thing we had the same problem with Jack Wilshere. Reason why Jack Wilshere was always getting so many injuries every single season is because he wouldn't let the ball go, and he'll just try to drive past a lot of players, and then someone hook him down. And it's like, if he changes the way he plays and it stops becoming arrogant, tries to nutmeg everyone, he can find a pass, he can get past the player, and if he goes back to what he was at Barcelona, like he could be easily the top 3 best players in the world again.
Yeah. Beautiful people, hit that like button for us. Let's get to 100 likes. It looks like this again. I keep repeating it every time. It's underneath your live chat on your phone, so please hit it. Make sure it's highlighted. What else we have? We have Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice, bro.
I seen something new today, but I don't believe it. But I can see it being
Tell it to the people.
West Ham thing. Apparently, Arsenal are now being priced out of a move for Declan Rice because they're asking for way too much money, as I've been saying, because he's not worth 100 million. Yeah,
They said 120 million.
And I saw that as well, 120 million as well. And I'm thinking now you're seeing Arsenal say, okay, cool. I'm gonna look to my attentions towards Moises Caicedo because there's something dodgy in his contract. By the way, there's something in his contract, like him, like McAllister.
I think it's like if a Champions League Cup bid for you, you can go. It's something like that.
Yeah,
like Grealish had for Man City when they bid.
Yeah,
but
he's definitely
Rice,
not going to go for 90 million.
Did you see the new thing, the new rumor on transfer market that he's linked to Liverpool? Declan Rice.
No.
If Liverpool get McAllister, how are they going to afford Declan Rice?
No, that's completely two different players.
No, but if they're getting McAllister for 80 million, Declan Rice worth 100 million. You're telling me Liverpool going to spend 180 million on 2 players?
Yeah, that makes no sense. If they're not,
I don't see it. To be honest, I don't see it.
How are they going to be?
But I think actually, if they get Declan Rice, I think Liverpool would prefer Declan Rice over McAllister.
Well, you know what the worst part is now. Now I'm seeing stronger links to Man United again, and I just don't understand. I don't care who we get.
You hate Declan Rice.
He does.
So overrated. There are so many better midfielders in the world that you can go grab that can do what Declan Rice can do or more.
When I was watching, because we
he's just pissed because he beat them.
I know because we spoke. Kaz, we
Nah,
spoke
do you know
about
what?
Declan
I know
Rice.
me and
No,
Cass.
he was, to be honest, guys, he was wicked that game. He was
No, do you know what?
absolutely wicked that game.
Mo, I'm actually gonna back Cass
Absolutely
here.
nice
Me
talk.
and Cass, and you know, even my workmates get onto me. I'm not the biggest Declan Rice fan either. And I remember when the Euros was on, me and Cass preferred Calvin Phillips over Rice, and we said that back then a year ago in terms of that position.
Even
So
in
for
the
Man United, we're
Euros.
linked to one of them at the Euros, exactly. So Declan Rice is good, right? Declan Rice is good. He's a good player. He's gonna drop you a 7 out of 10 every game. He's gonna have, some games he's gonna stand out even more. But I just don't think he's as good as what everyone makes out. And maybe because we live in the UK, guys. But I just feel like because he's a British player, it's like, oh my God, he's amazing. But if you're in Spain right now, if you're in Germany right now, and you're in France right now, are they talking about Declan Rice the way the British media and the way British fans in general talk about Declan Rice? I'm not just saying it's a British thing, but I think he's a good player, but he's not gonna change everything.
Is he better than Tchouaméni? What do you say?
Sure, many.
No,
But we haven't. Okay, so here is the difference. We haven't seen enough of Chouameni.
Yeah, I was
The
gonna say that.
difference is, we haven't seen enough from Chouameni. Like he's in and out of the team. Chouameni, and Declan Rice has been playing for 2-3 years now, starting for both club and country.
Real Madrid would not paid 80 million for Tchouameni if he wasn't worth 80 million, though, is it? They're not going in for Declan Rice. You don't see links because Declan Rice is actually a 65 million player. Actually, no.
Yeah,
65. I'll say 70 million tops.
70 million.
70 million tops. Nothing more than that. Not for me, anyways. I
actually don't think 70 million is too much for him.
His contract ends in 2025 as well. Because I thought it was next year, but he's actually got an extension like 1 year. So that's why they're trying to do the 120.
To do that one. We'll talk about that one. We'll talk about Kovacic. But what's it called? No, but I think like Declan Rice, if he's going to be suited anywhere right now in any sort of club, he's not a defensive midfielder. I need people to understand this. He's an 8. He can do the 6, but he's an 8. If he's going to suit anywhere, it's going to be Arsenal because he's so light for light striker. What
do you want him that? Do like with the money? Say they're quoting 120 million. Do you want him for that price?
120 million.
Are you willing to pay whatever the club want?
I was speaking to some Arsenal fans on another live stream yesterday, and was debating on Declan Rice. One Arsenal fan said he'll pay 120 million. He's like the best midfielder, English midfielder, defensive midfielder in the Premier League. And I thought, if we can get Casado for 80 million and save 40 million, I know it's not our money, it's the Cronkies, but 120 million, that's like you're asking him to do a lot.
You can't say it's just Cronkies, you can't. That's why I hate. It's not your money. No, it is though, because we all as fans put money into the club, whether it's shirts.
No, but a season ago, no one priced Casado at 90 million. Now everyone's saying he's worth 90 million. That's after one season. I know, but everything like when one player has a good season, Declan has been doing it for 3-4 years. So it's like he's proved that he's got the longevity of doing it for a long period of time. And that 80 million is, I'd say it's worth it. I'd say it's worth 80, 90 million. I'd pay around.
Can I ask you guys something? Is Declan Rice for West Ham better or worse than Jack Grealish was for Aston Villa?
No, I think it's exactly the same.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
If Jack Grealish went to Man City for 100 million,
I think Grealish.
Grealish was never worth 100 million.
No, but I think Grealish.
So, but here's the thing, Cass. But that's including the English tax and going to a big club. So I get what you're saying. Declan Rice is not worth 60, 70 million even in the world market. But you have to add English tax. England, how many caps does he have for England? About like 35 or 30, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's a lot as well. Jack Grealish didn't have that. Jack Grealish didn't have that.
Grealish was better at Villa than what Declan Rice was at West Ham. And
I disagree with you.
Okay,
but tell me why. Explain to me why.
I just feel like when Jack Grealish was at Aston Villa, and I'm talking about the year that got Jack Grealish sort of really blossoming into the limelight. I feel like when Aston Villa, anything that was going good through Aston Villa was mainly through Jack Grealish. I feel like creative wise, the way he was getting that freedom, he was always on the ball for them. I think everything just ran through Jack Grealish. I don't think everything runs through Declan Rice. And for example, right, they lost the other week. Man City played West Ham in that first half. West Ham were pretty good in that first half. Let's all be real. Yes, Man City can have off nights or whatever. They still won. But Man City was still good against West Ham. Second half, they got that goal from the set piece and they won the game. But Declan Rice wasn't even in the squad that night. And I thought, West Ham is still holding it down and being quite composed. If he leaves, they could get someone that can come in and still do a job. I felt like with Jack Grealish at Aston Villa, it was going to be more difficult for them to replace because I feel like the whole team functioned through him. He was the one that was that catalyst. He was that main guy. So it's not that this is not a disrespect to Declan Rice to say he's not as good as what Grealish was at Villa. But if you ask me,
I'm not disrespecting.
I know,
I'm
no,
just
of course.
explaining that.
But
If you go to a small club, go ahead.
If
go
you
ahead.
if you ask me to pick one, I'm going Grealish at Villa. I'll see what
If you go to a small club, my point is, if you go to a smaller club like Aston Villa or West Ham, they're always gonna look at that player as their best player. You know what I mean? Like when they went to Brighton and asked for Caicedo, they said he's our best player this season. You have to pay top dollar for him.
Do you think Rice was better than what Grealish was?
No, I thought exactly what Cass said. The same. It's
fair.
I think what I mean is that West Ham values Declan Rice as much as Aston Villa value Jack Grealish.
That wasn't the question.
No, but Mo, what did you say?
No, I asked, was he better? Was he better for West Ham?
Better. I'm going Grealish. Yeah,
I'm asking for better. I think they're both the same.
But I know, but
West Ham values the same.
Rice played in the Europa League semi-final. He's going to play in a Conference League semi-final. He's played on a European stage for West Ham. Grealish has only played in the Championship and in the Premier League for Aston Villa. So it's like,
so you think
Rice
is better?
Rice is better because he's done it on a higher level. He's been around. I don't think Rice ever been in a top 6 race or top 4 race for Aston Villa. He's always in a relegation battle or mid-table. Right. So Rice did it. Rice did it when it was like.
You know what the difference is? Jack Grealish has the X factor, bro. You just spoke about it. The X factor. Yeah. Grealish gets me off my seat, bro, thinking, what the fuck? He will take 3 players on, and he won't get tackled, bro, because you can't tackle him. He'll win a foul.
Have you seen Declan Rice when he drives the ball?
He's the only player in my mind in the world that can do. Only Grealish can do what he does. Sterling used to be able to do it. He lost that touch. Touch. Grealish.
Man City fan thinks we're talking about Jack Grealish now.
Oh no, obviously not. Okay. We're talking about
Wouldn't you say? Okay, don't misquote me. I'm not comparing these 2 players. Wouldn't you say Declan Rice has a similar playing style to Yaya Toure, where the way he drives the ball?
Nope.
Where you can't get the ball off him.
Nope. Don't you dare! Yes, you can get the ball off of Rice. I've seen him dispossessed bare times.
I'm saying when I've seen him driving the ball in midfield and he runs with it.
I doubt you. You know what? You've been so well. You've been so well, my guy. And then you compared him to one of the greatest.
No. I said I'm not comparing. I'm saying the playing style.
Look. I have a picture of Yaya Toure along with Gerrard and Lampard and stuff. And you're comparing.
Are you ever going to see Declan Rice in a picture ever?
No, but Declan Rice got
Are you comparing him to these guys?
Declan Rice.
Daoud, I think Declan Rice is a very good ball carrier, but what it is that aesthetically on the eye, he's not nice to watch. Like when you watch Declan Rice running, like he just looks like he's running through walls. He's not nice.
Is that
Daoud, you pissed that Shadbo. You pissed it. You literally pissed him.
He's playing next to Suchek. Come on, man.
But you know what I mean?
Playing next to Partey or Odegaard.
I think that John McDermott. I big up John, man. He's true. He's more of an industrious player. He's more efficient and effective.
Yeah,
but he is 23 and keeps getting better every
There's no
year.
way it costs paying 120 million for him, though. And I don't know what.
Not 120, but in this day and age, people talk about attacking players. Let me just. People talk about attacking players. I think lately the defensive midfielders and the midfielders have been absolutely now in the spotlight for some reason. Lately, they have been like the likes of Caicedo. You know what I mean? You want to go buy a top midfielder, you have to pay. You have to pay a lot of money. Like Man United paid 70 million for Casemiro, defensive midfielder, 60, reaching his
55 actually, going on to 60. But thanks, yeah.
Okay, but what I mean, you know what I mean? 30 years old. Yes, he won a lot of trophies, but because people now are realizing that the midfielders are the spine of the team, they are the one that make all. Look at how Man City fans talk about Rodri.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not gonna say. Don't rule out Chelsea looking at that guy again. If we're gonna talk about outpricing a move, and a guy's gonna go for a move, because I think clubs like Arsenal, Man United, even Newcastle, because I wouldn't say Newcastle are out of that boat since they love a Brexit player.
I think actually he goes to
disrespect.
These clubs are probably be happy. Yeah, they're gonna probably be happy to wait a next season, another year, when they run down a contract, rather than pay all that money now, because West Ham don't budge. They haven't budged their price.
No, they won't budge because they have no. And you know, when a team also has no reason to sell when they know he's here till 2025, that also puts them in a strong hand to say, do you know what? You either pay or he stays, and it's simple as that. Right now, if you ask me for an answer, I think Arsenal, just based off what I've seen in the last couple of weeks, Jorginho's starting, Thomas Partey benched at the moment when he's been having a good season in the first half of the season. And then obviously you've got Xhaka that, you know, by Leverkusen, for example, little rumours about them links are coming out, him going back to Germany and stuff like that. So for me, Arsenal fits, and also they can use him as a 6 or an 8, which I know obviously Arteta likes the versatility. But yeah, guys, make sure you like the video. I just seen the numbers jump up, over 200 now in here. So please make sure you keep running up the likes, people. It helps the algorithm a lot as well. So big up for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of other
So
stuff.
I think there is a big factor here. Let me add something, guys. I think if West Ham wins the Conference League, they're gonna play Europa League next year. They're gonna be top seeded. I think that will play a factor in his move. If they don't win it, they have no. Yes, I think Christ would want to play Europa League, or
no Zinchenko for the rest of the season.
Huh?
Why? Isa said it's a Fayaz said Arsenal defenders Zinchenko and Saliba out for the rest of the season.
Oh, I just seen that as well. Breaking news.
You know what? I don't think Arsenal fans will be mad at that because they're calling for Kieran Tierney to be in.
Oh yeah, he's right. Yeah, David.
Oh, Zinchenko's got a calf problem.
Yeah, but there's no point risking. You got how many games left? 3, 2. There's no point. Play Kieran Tierney.
None of them need to have surgery.
It's not like you're going for any trophies, is it? No, we didn't. You know what
I'm saying? I swear, I knew from minute one when Saliba got injured.
Confirmed.
And Arteta wasn't saying about Saliba not coming back. He didn't give a time scale. I knew he was out for the rest of the season. I knew it. Because if he said he's out for the rest of the season, that would have like made the fan base a bit like they had that hope he's coming back next week. And now there's 3 games left to basically confirm that he's out for the rest of the season. I knew it.
Wow. Oh wow.
Interesting. We're talking that tomorrow then properly in the preview for this thing.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
What transfer next? Should we do a bit of Liverpool, Ugarte?
There's anybody you can pick. There's even Kovacic. I didn't even put Kovacic in there, which I should have. But Kovacic is linked with everybody, bro. Everybody.
Yeah. You know what, Cass?
I think it's a hot topic, Kovacic, right? You know what I mean? I think it's a hot topic.
It's the age that annoys me. I wish he was younger.
You know, I love Kovacic. Yeah,
I know.
Because it's Man United.
What age, Ty? He's not
29.
He's not old.
Yeah,
you can get 3 years. You can get a decent. You can get a decent 3 years out of him.
Okay.
It means injuries.
I think he has been just playing for a while now, and we're assuming that he's older.
I'm thinking like 31. Yeah.
The guy won the Champions League in 2014, I think, with Real Madrid. So we're thinking this like 33 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was the age and injuries that were worried. But Cass, go on, convince me because I rate him as a player.
Don't get me wrong. We can go get maybe a McAllister or someone like that if we get Champions League football, whatever, right? But we need another one. And if there's something, I swear he's going on a free. If I'm correct, or he's got 1 year left on his deal, or 1 year left on his deal. If I'm correct,
wow,
they want Kovacic out.
15, 20 million done.
Less than that, about that. Bro, imagine that as a backup rotation player. That's perfect.
Yeah. I'd rather take him for 15, 20 million over Sabitzer. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's just what I'm saying. Kovacic, don't get me wrong, he's injury prone.
I'm sorry, guys. I see him going to City.
I can see him replacing someone like Gundogan or Bernardo or something just for until they go get the look. This City are going to go get a bad boy. If Gundogan and Bernardo, they're going to go get a bad boy midfielder, bro. They're going to get one.
I don't see Bernardo leaving. That's the thing. Because Barcelona are in big trouble. That's a problem. They are not going to pay his wage. So I don't see him leaving.
I agree. I think Bernardo's found his love for City again. And I think Gundogan has as well. And I think Pep Guardiola is fine with that. I think Gundogan is practically their captain at the moment. And I don't think he goes. And I think Bernardo, honestly, he's not seen a change of tune with Bernardo. So with Kovacic, he's linked with Liverpool, which is obviously Liverpool, Manchester United, and I think that actually the last one is Arsenal, if I'm correct. Dawood, sorry. So I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a really. This guy's.
But if you're Kovacic right now and you have the choice of those, I'm sorry,
I'm picking Man United.
You're going to pick City.
Liverpool. No, I'm picking.
You said Liverpool and United before City.
No, I forgot about City. So
yeah, I'll be picking City because they're ready to win. They're ready to win. They're experienced, and Pep will rotate them.
Hold on. I have to say this. I think Kovacic changes Arsenal team completely,
differently.
Oh my God! I think if he goes to City, he's one of the. I don't know how you call it, like these things in. Like he's a guy in like a big machine. I think if he goes to Man United, I still think that you have Eriksen. I think he's wicked and all, but you're still gonna get another midfielder. I think he goes to Arsenal, and they go to a different level. They go to a different level, bro.
Okay, like so Mo, are you saying that you'd sign Kovacic over Rice if you were Arsenal?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh no.
I think
I love
think,
Declan Rice. Oh, no. These people that would know that I actually prefer. I'm on Declan Rice's wheel. Like I think Declan, but I think Declan
Guys,
Rice
linked to
doesn't
Bayern
change
as
the
well.
way you play. Doesn't change
Rice,
the way.
Kovacic over Rice.
But let me just explain. You
That's what
have
he said.
what's
He
his
said
name? You
Kovacic
have
over
what's his
Rice.
name? Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is a defensive midfielder. You have Odegaard. If you get that box to box midfielder of Kovacic, you control games. You definitely absolutely change the way you play completely. He can drive with the ball better than Xhaka.
We've got apparently a source. Kovacic guy and see a work at Etihad is mentioned all over. All right, source Alec Johnson.
Alec.
ITK
Good.
now, yeah. So, anyways, look, it depends what Kovacic wants. I think working with Pep is a no-brainer, innit? And you're gonna win
You
trophies.
just want to win, Cass. You can't
Yeah,
be
but
asked to win.
there's that. But does Kovacic also want anyone's gonna be tired of playing for Chelsea? So anyone's gonna look crap for Chelsea, yeah. So right now,
Hold on, you guys prefer Rice over Kovacic? I don't get it, really.
no. I need someone that's available. No, but for what we Man United need, I need Kovacic, not Declan Rice. But where it might be someone like Arsenal, they need more like a Declan Rice overall than Kovacic.
Because he's more available.
Because we need a ball playing midfielder that can retain the ball and not get tackled. Arsenal don't need another one of those. They got plenty of those. You get what I mean? They need a brute. They need a.
Would Kovacic?
You guys don't think that Kovacic over Xhaka will have the perfect
Right.
mix up for
Honestly,
them?
do we see what Dawood thinks too?
Where's the strength? What did we talk about that the other day? You know, we was talking about Newcastle versus Arsenal. Yeah, what's the difference between both of them? That when you get physical and get athletic players against Arsenal, they struggle a little bit.
Yeah.
Do they not?
Yeah, that's what I said. Newcastle did us a favour the other day. They played two midfielders instead of three. They played Joe Linton and Guimaras. If they played a third midfielder, where they usually play all season, they switched to a two strikers for the first time all season, where we should dominate the midfield. But if they switched to a three in midfield, I think we would have got dominated that game. And we need someone like a Declan Rice, where any team can't match us physically if we've got a Declan Rice and we've got another midfielder that's got legs as well. So Kovacic, yeah, he's good. He's good at driving the ball, but getting around the pitch, I haven't really seen him do that as much.
You guys just hate me. You just wait for me to say something.
I love Kovacic.
These people slander Declan Rice, and when I say Kovacic, they're like, "No, I think they want him at Man United."
Kovacic would be a perfect replacement for Gundogan. If Man City get rid of Gundogan,
I wouldn't say perfect. He doesn't do the late runs that he does.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't get enough goals.
This is why I say we need a controller. Does Kovacic want first team football where he can actually fight for a place and know? Let's say it is Champions League and actually,
Is it confirmed he's leaving?
No, it's more than likely. If you're linked with just about everybody, all Tom, Dick, and Harry's.
Is he free transfer end of the season?
I'm gonna check right now. I don't think he is.
Oh,
because I ain't seen nothing like that. So right now he's 29 years of age, and his contract expires literally next summer.
So you can get £25 million for him. I think that'd be a good price for him.
Yeah,
yeah. And 20, if you got the Kovacic for 20 million as a squad player, perfect, man. You cannot complain about that. It's true.
Yeah. But other than that, no, I think Man City are more heavily linked with him and Bayern more than any other club. I think the other clubs are just interest FC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I can see.
Bayern need midfielders as well. Yeah, you're right. That's I can imagine that one as well.
So I can't really see Man United going in for him. I can't really see Liverpool going. I can see Liverpool going in for him, but when Champions League football's on display, you're not going to say no to that. It's hard to say no to that. You know what I mean?
Well, if Kovacic joins Arsenal, that's ruined his Chelsea career, as in legacy.
He's just taking all these Chelsea bums and making them better somehow.
Do you think Kovacic has a legacy at Chelsea?
He's won the Champions League.
He has some sort of
legacy.
But
I don't think it's a legacy. I don't think so. They don't rate him as one of the legends for them. I don't think
but Bissingwa has a legacy at Chelsea. They'll all remember that Champions League final team.
But do you think Jorginho, for example, joined Arsenal? Do you think that makes any difference between him and Chelsea?
No, but he is not there for. If Kovacic is going to be there for 3 years, so he's going to the more time he spends at Arsenal, the less he'll become a Chelsea people will remember him as less than a Chelsea player. So 29 is still a good age as well. Plus,
it's decent.
Arteta is a quality coach, so he can get the best out of someone like Kovacic, and he's press resistant. Yeah. So Xhaka's not press resistant. If you have Kovacic in our team, it will be a definite upgrade.
But there's another one that's linked with Tottenham and Liverpool, Ugarte, and it's pissing me off, bro. How concrete he's looking like to go to Liverpool. Apparently, his agent came out, I think today or maybe it was last night, and basically said within 10 or 15 days, I can't remember which one. I would have to research that. I think he said 10 days. One of them that it will be decided where his next club's going to be. And as he said, there's a
they're
lot
not
of clubs.
messing about
And
now.
apparently, his release clause is 52 million. So they found a clause, 52 million for one of the youngest, brightest stars in Europe. Oh my word! If he goes,
He done one against Arsenal on both legs as well, actually, in the Europa League.
I'm going to cry, bro. He can play DM, centre mid, or attacking mid if you need him to. He can
52
shoot.
million from McAllister.
No, Ugarte.
Oh, God, I think it's McAllister. Oh.
Have you not noticed anything? You put a bad boy Paulinho into the Premier League, looks sick already for Fulham.
Yeah.
You put Mateus Nunes in to Wolves, and all of a sudden, look, he had a slow start, but now all of a sudden, it's like, bro, you pick him out of the rest of the bunch. You put him and Neves together, yeah? You get Ugarte, another centre mid that's come from there. Remember, there's a Japanese brother that plays for them as well. I can't remember his name. He looks sick for them as well. You put them, look, Sporting just breeds sick players.
Yeah.
I can't talk about this guy. I don't know enough about him. I
Hey,
played the
I
Champions League. He plays in Europa League.
I watched
He
him
plays in
against
Europe.
Arsenal
The
in
Europa
League.
League. The Europa League
He's
people can talk
ridiculous.
about him.
He's ridiculous. No, he's ridiculous. I don't think he has a fault in his
No,
game, you know.
I
Like,
didn't watch him
You
enough.
clock what Mo said.
I've
You
never
clock what Mo
watched
said.
what?
I didn't watch.
Hey, Kathy, Mo, I clocked you. He goes, Kathy, he goes to us. He goes, Europa League lot can talk about them.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was in the Champions League.
La wallah,
Is
wallah, I
he
didn't
actually
watch
that
enough.
good?
Mo, I'll give you that. That was clever. That's smart. That's smart.
Huh?
Is he actually
Oh.
that good?
He's that
No,
good.
you know
For
what?
me,
He is good. You know what? I
that
feel like he's got the traits
But-
to suit the Premier
but
League.
let
He's
me-
combative.
yeah,
He can
Yeah.
get up and down. He can tackle. He's tenacious. I feel like when your team's missing a midfielder, like you look at Liverpool, what they're missing this season. You look a bit of Manchester United, what they're missing when Casemiro is not there, for example. We look at maybe Arsenal in terms of that grittiness. In terms of, obviously, it's very good football, but that grittiness. Ugarte just brings you that sort of. He's gonna lift the fans up when you're drawing 0-0, dude, and you're like, or 1-1, and it's the 60th minute, and the other team are on the ball and stuff, and he just makes that big tackle that gets you back in the game, believing again. I just feel like Ugarte's got that sort of like that South American Uruguayan passion about him that, you know, on top of that with a footballing ability, he'll really suit the Premier League for me. I do agree with Cass. I think if he goes to Liverpool, I think he'll become one of them sort of cult heroes that the fans just love him.
yeah, and even
The problem is for me, I didn't see, like, he didn't catch my eyes. Like Enzo, when he was playing before he moved to Chelsea,
no,
was
because he's
catching
on the
my
ball.
eye. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got a perfect. Okay, and the comeback to that is, I feel like with Enzo, he's very smooth. I watch Enzo, like you said, a lot, and in terms of on the ball, he's very smooth. Off the ball, you don't really see Enzo. He's not really the type that makes interceptions and stuff like that, or does that gritty stuff. Ugarte is the other side where he's solid on the ball, but he's better like in that combative style, winning the ball back, the interceptions
as well. That's what I hate.
So that's,
But you don't think
where-
that the football a little bit has moved away from that style of a defensive?
No,
midfielder?
not right now.
Yeah,
Because-
like this.
No?
Yeah, LFC for the double.
because
Yeah.
imagine Wijnaldum again. I think he's more suited to the play of how Wijnaldum plays. Like, ball
But
retention
Ty
can be-
told me he's a breaker. He's not like a guy that
Yeah,
goes
but
in the 18.
Wijnaldum was also a breaker in the centre mid of the field, though. He was a breaker. He would disrupt play and get forward going.
Yeah.
The thing is, Ugarte's got a decent shot on him. For me, with Ugarte, is that he's not known in the football world completely, yeah. But just go watch him in both legs for Juventus against Juventus as well. Go like one of my very good friends is a Sporting Lisbon fan. Actually, two of them to be fair. And Aiden, he's always telling me, bro, this guy is so sick. Like, he's ridiculous. You thought he lost Paulinho and Mateus Nunes, and up comes Ugarte, a destroyer that can keep the ball and keep it moving, and the energy is ridiculous. This is why I want him at Man United so bad. But and if he goes to Liverpool, I think Klopp has got one of, if not one of the
Yeah,
best.
he's
signings
really
that
good
I've
for Klopp. He really
good
for
press.
Klopp.
But guys, Fabinho used to play
Fabinho's-
football. Fabinho used to play football for them. Like in the last 3 years, he used to like play football. The way you guys talk about this Ugarte guy, he's
He'll
like
go- yeah, but he'll
like
go
a
in
Casemiro, but even without the ball ability. Casemiro, by the way, is
No, but
wicked.
Casemiro is a specialist in what he does. Don't get me wrong, but
Casemiro scored bangers in the Champions League over
reason-
the years for
there's a
Real
reason-
Madrid, by the way.
there's a
People just
reason as
forget
well.
that.
it's not just Ugarte they're linked with. They're linked with another DM. They're linked with Lavia. His agents were up in Liverpool apparently, and obviously they're looking at Paulinho as well. So they're looking at more than one midfielder. He can play centre mid or DM. It don't matter what. Remember, he's playing in a two-man midfield as well. Mo.
I didn't watch him enough. I'm just going off what Ty's told me. Like, to be honest, he didn't play
He
the
would really
first.
suit the Premier League. He'll really suit the Premier League.
But
Yeah,
in a top team that wants to keep the ball, Ty, in a top team that wants to keep the ball.
I think he's good enough to play in there because you'll have other players around you that are still amazing on the ball
Yeah.
as well, and he's going to be
Well.
competent. He's not the most amazing on the ball, but he's good enough on the ball to play in that team.
No,
But I feel like what he gives are good enough. But what you got to think about is them teams that are amazing anyway on the ball in a top team. They always need that one sort of player that can do a bit of that gritty stuff with it. So he gives them that sort of balance. But I do think
can you talk to me about the comparison between him and Lavia, for example?
Oh, I love Lavia. He is quality.
I think Lavia is more of a ball player than what he is breaking up play and destroy.
But Lavia's numbers, interception style are really good, by the way, in the league.
Yeah,
Lavia's interceptions and tackles are really good.
I agree. On stats, that might be the facts. I'm going to have to agree because the stats. I base it off what I watch. And when I watch Lavia, I look at him as more of a ball player midfielder than a intercepting and a destroying midfielder. 100% more of a get him on the ball. He wants to pass and sort of knit the strings together and sort of form patterns of play. So I look at Lavia as more of a ball player midfielder.
I'm not sure if he's gonna go to Liverpool. I think he's gonna go more to Spurs. Is that what I'm hearing, or it's more close to Liverpool?
Who's that?
Ugarte. Is he more to Liverpool or Spurs?
So he's been linked with Liverpool for a long while now, very long while. And I think this time where Liverpool did scout Palhinha and Mateus Nunes, clearly goes to show you they got scouts over in Portugal, and they've been looking at Sporting Lisbon's players. Because they're not just linked to him, they're linked to Gonçalo Inácio as well, which is pissing me off as well, bro. Don't just stop. Liverpool just need to stop. Yeah. But for me, they are linked with him. But Spurs are linked with him. But when they said the club's going to be decided in 10 to 15 days or whatever it was that he said on Ugarte's agent, what that tells me is that there's nowhere near is that Daniel Levy and Tottenham getting business done early. That's not happening.
Okay.
And if Liverpool are in for you, you're going to go to Liverpool, not Tottenham. But Tottenham...
Yeah, of course. You choose Liverpool over Spurs any day of the week. Yeah,
Tottenham is the step up into the Premier League from Sporting, whether you like it or not. Even though Sporting are probably the better team.
Yeah, okay. So, Guehi, is that the next one?
You can even talk about Lavia or anyone. Yeah, Guehi, yeah. He's been recently linked with just about everyone, innit?
Yeah,
he's been linked with everyone. A 50 million move. Arsenal.
Yeah, the last few days, I see United, I see Arsenal where he it's interesting. He definitely stays in the Prem.
Arsenal getting him though. I can see him being a like for Saliba though because of the pace thing. But I can see Tottenham.
As a second choice, if it's £30 million they're saying?
50,
no chance. We're not signing a backup centre back for £50 million.
Yeah, for 50 million.
Yeah, because
that's what you signed Ben White for.
Yeah. Ben White is a starter right back. We've got Saliba, and Saliba's out for the rest of the season, but he'll be back for next season. I think we need a young upcoming centre back that's going to compete with Saliba. But if Tomiyasu's coming back, we can play Tomiyasu centre back. I think we're more likely to buy right back.
You don't get rid of Tomiyasu. It's just injury prone.
Nah. It's that injury was so unlucky, man. It wasn't like a physical. It wasn't like a muscle injury.
Martial's injury was unlucky, but I still want him to
but Martial's been in Premier League for 7 years. 7 years. He never had a full season in 7 years.
I love Marc Guehi, and I watched him live when I came to
how old? Tomiyasu's kind of young, isn't it?
He's 24.
He's not that old.
24, isn't it? Yeah.
He's young, man.
Wasn't Marc Guehi the captain of all these 21, 22 team that won the World Cup for England under 18 or under 17 or something? He was the captain, right? I think Foden, Saka, and all these guys. He was the captain. I think they think really highly of him, Marc Guehi, in English media. I think he elevates. I think he's better than Gabriel. Isn't he better than Gabriel?
No way! Don't say that, Mo. Do not say
that.
Who is? Don't compare Marc Guehi to Gabriel Magalhaes. Please. The disrespect there. I know the way you were shocked when you said that. Really? Come on, bro, man.
Dude, I ask the question. I'm just asking you. What do you think?
Marc Guehi can't even start ahead of Harry Maguire for England. So if you can't even start ahead of Maguire, you've got no chance. That's
Southgate tax, isn't it?
I mean, it's not Southgate tax. It is.
People. You guys at Man United wouldn't take Marc Guehi as a left centre back for maybe a change for Lisandro Martinez.
As a right centre back, but no, I would.
He's a left-footed. He's left-footed player or he right-footed player?
How tall is he, Ty? He's like what, 6 foot? So if we're gonna get
Marc Guehi,
he's not a big. He's not a big guy.
But that means we need a. That means we're gonna need a big left-footed centre back. As well,
obviously we need cover for Varane, and we know that at right centre back. But if you said to me, out of everyone in the world, Marc Guehi,
no, go give me
I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit underwhelmed, even though I know he's all right. But
If
know
you're
what I'm
gonna pay 50 million, go and get me Antonio Silva.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? If you're gonna pay, go and get me someone who I feel like's got that caliber, like of he can go to the next step. Marc Guehi is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just trying to say that he's crap. He's not, but I just don't know if he's ready to be a Man United. Say Varane got injured, can he come in? And I'm like, you're a Man United starter, and you're 100%. I feel like confident in your ability. I don't know. There's a question mark in it.
Yeah.
Big up, Kane.
Yeah. I have to agree on that one. I think he ends up at Spurs. I think that smells of a Spurs signing for me.
That would make sense. Something like Spurs. That's like the perfect. No disrespect to them, but they're like that level just below us lot. You know what I'm saying?
They got Unity coming in.
He's like, no disrespect to them, but they're level below us.
Nah, they're just like, you know what I mean? Like, you step up from Spurs to a Man United or City or whatever. They're not. They're just not in it. It is what it is.
So what's just to talk about another player? So what's happened to Gvardiol? Isn't he coming to the Premier League?
He's going City. Watch.
I think it's overpriced, bro. I think it's overpriced.
Nah, he's going City.
Wasn't it Chelsea agreed 90 million for him, and then something happened.
That don't mean nothing. He ain't got Champions League no more. They ain't got no Champions League,
bro.
Watch. He's gonna be Laporte's replacement.
If Man City sign a player for 80 million just to be fourth choice, then
that's
crazy.
When I think
you
about
thought Akanji was going to be fourth choice, and look how many minutes he's played.
Yeah, and I was looking at it. If Man City, I told the other stream yesterday. If Man City win the treble, so every single trophy, they're going to earn from money wise, from prize money. They're going to earn £300 million from prize money.
Yeah, that's what I saw as well.
That's ridiculous. £300 million. So they don't even need to touch their own money, and they don't even need to touch the reserves. They can literally all that prize money they earn reinvest it back into the team.
How much is the Premier League winner make?
Invest into their stadium, to be fair as well.
Yeah, because I was speaking to was it Daps? I said that they're building like a mall.
Yeah. It'll be put into that, and also they're upgrading their family stand into like a big wall. You know, like Tottenham, Dortmund, the wall. They're doing that.
Yeah.
They're reorganizing stuff from what I've been told.
Do we see this guy Gvardiol going to Chelsea at all in replacement of Koulibaly as a left-footed one?
If I'm him, I'm staying away from Chelsea, bro.
Yeah, but they have the money, Chelsea. Like he can go to Chelsea.
If I'm right, I think Bayern Munich needs to go put a bid in for that man. Honestly, their defense stinks, man. Like Upamecano is shite, bro. Like I don't know what people see in this. This guy is so stiff. He's crap, man. Swap him back with Leipzig. He's not that good. Upamecano's dead food. Honestly, I think he's an average centre back.
They rate him really highly.
Apparently, do you know?
They love him.
I'm not the biggest Upamecano fan. I feel like he always has like a Mamadou Sakho moment in him every season. But apparently, over the whole season, he's been very good for Bayern. But I haven't watched that for Bayern. But that's
what I'm hearing. And same as Ty, I'm hearing he has been the best defender in the league.
But
he was quality for France in the World Cup. He was their best defender. So
I'm not. That's right. David said it. Upper Maguire, man. That's literally his name.
Yeah,
no, but he does it. You definitely get one or two stinkers from him. But
Upamecano is not starting for Man United. I'm sorry, he really isn't. He really
ahead of Varane.
No, don't disrespect Varane like that. Don't ever do that.
No, I mean talking about Varane's on his career, but I'm talking about Varane's on his last legs. He's getting worse every season.
Not really. No, he was actually good this season. If anything, was we not calling for him being one of the best centre backs this season just because he got injured?
Injury wise, next season they'll probably have.
No.
Especially Champions League football.
That's like playing with 10.5 men, man. I ain't trying to have that. Guy's got a mistake in him all the time. I'm not trying to hear that.
No, but you guys got Lindelof and Maguire starting for
no. Lindelof, I'm happy for that. No, look, I'll take him over Lindelof. Don't get me wrong, as a backup, but I'm not starting Upamecano. If you're going to replace,
he's not a backup player. He comes in and starts. He's not a backup. Upamecano is a superstar. That's the thing.
Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind Varane being third choice if it came down to a bad boy right centre back that's going to be fit and available all the time. They're gonna change over anyways. You know what I mean? That's why I said I want Antonio Silva for that right centre back. I think that's the only one that can really, or Bella Kovacic that can really replace Varane.
Would you not take Kim Min-jae?
Who? We're linked with him quite a lot.
Yeah, and I would take him. You wouldn't take him?
Oh yeah, I'm taking him.
Oh, okay. Sorry, only because you didn't name him. I was thinking, right?
No. I'm taking him all day long.
Yeah. I would. He'd be my first if he's gettable for like 44 million. That's my first choice with like his age profile as well. Like, I'd be like, yeah. Do you know what? That'd be mine. Big up Wolves F5 with the super chat. I'm an online casino. Can't come watch the stream, but Glazers in. I love that. I hope you win. Then you could do more super chats. No,
Wait, how can you say Taku says United fans slap off McConnell, but they have De Gea? Wait, do you want to see my rant on De Gea? Don't even get me started on that, man.
And he's getting a new contract there, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't.
Oh
But anyways,
my
who
God.
else on there? Who else have you put on the agenda as well? Obviously, Jude Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Is it kind of just like you
Well,
want to?
I think the English media are so salty about Jude Bellingham choosing Real
Of
Madrid.
course they are.
Yeah.
Like it's unbelievable that this.
It's like
kid
some
at
of
the
them
end
would want
chose
him
Real
to
Madrid.
fail there so he comes back to the Prem.
Yeah, well, I feel that. You know what?
Yeah.
Like I see articles about Jude Bellingham, about the chances of him succeeding at Real Madrid, how he's gonna fit in. Like, why are you guys trying to push this narrative into the people's mind that he's not gonna succeed at Real Madrid, that he doesn't have a spot there? Why? He's a brilliant player, joining a good club, one of the best clubs in the history, if not the best. And he's joining along with Modric, one more year, Modric, Kroos, one more year, Tchouameni is there, Valverde. He's gonna learn from these guys. And I think I think it's a great move for him, especially if Modric and Kroos stay one more year. So he can learn.
The guidance.
Like, look at Tchouameni and Camavinga's development along with Modric and Kroos. They learn.
They even played Valverde in midfield the other night, which shows that
Yes.
they might slowly transition him in, go and get a right winger in the summer, which they need. I think the age bracket of Bellingham going there and with the players he's surrounded by is perfect, because I feel like all of them. It's weird. Camavinga, he's gone there in a year and he's won everything, by the way, that he could win already. But, you know, you've got Tchouameni, who's had a stop-start season. He was starting at the start of the season, then he's not been starting as much, but his age is perfect. Valverde, you know, he's the road runner in there. And you've got Bellingham in there now. But I feel like with all of them, yes, they're all good players, but I still feel like anyone could pinpoint something. They've all got a point to prove in a different way. They're not, like, complete yet. They've not mastered football. And I feel like they can all use that to, like, push each other to make sure they achieve that greatness there. Because you haven't got... It's not like Camavinga standing out and he's the best in the world and then you've got the rest below him. Camavinga, Bellingham, Tchouameni, Valverde, they've all got, like... Someone could all nitpick something they don't like, but there's also stuff you love about them. So the fact that they're all there together, they can all get each other to that pedestal and try and win things again.
Imagine this Real Madrid team adding a player on the right side.
Oh, guess who? They don't want
Like
Bellingham.
Saka or something.
No, they want Mbappe now as well.
Yeah, they want him.
They're
Oh, can
not
you
stopping
imagine?
that.
Another thing that I'm heartbroken about is that it's not confirmed, but it's very likely to sign Kimmich in 2024. So if they get Kimmich from Bayern Munich,
How old is he? Like, what, 29 by then?
Oh my god!
I'm looking at it that Madrid's zone, and there's a lot of reliable journalists saying that when Kroos and Modric leave end of next season, they're targeting Kimmich,
and he'll be the experienced one in there, about 29.
Yeah, and that midfield stacked up like crazy.
They're really
But why would Kimmich leave Bayern Munich, bro?
Because he's been
Remember, Toni
Been there for ages.
Kroos left because they didn't want to pay him the 10 million. They said you're not worth 10 million euros a year.
Okay,
you're only worth
Mo,
6
let me
million.
ask you something, yeah, because you're a bit older than me, yeah, and you've seen players stay at Bayern for years. Do you not feel now, like in football, the notion of like players just stay at like Bayern for years? Do you think that might be slowly changing now?
No, not Bayern. Not Bayern.
Not Germans.
Bayern.
Nah.
Not German with Bayern. Germans with Bayern
Real
are
Madrid.
like different story, Ty.
But it's Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid can get
No. But you don't know. Bayern Munich in Bavaria and Munich is just completely different story, bro.
Well, why doesn't he say that? He's won everything. He won 6 trophies.
The legendary.
And I also don't think Bayern
guys, I'll tell you why he stayed there. So Bayern Munich has this model about ex-players that stay in the club long time. They take them, they get masters and stuff in business, and they go to directors and get in the club. They did that with a lot of players, ex-players. It started with Romeo back in the days, and they're gonna keep doing this. So you want to stay at Bayern because you're guaranteed your future to be like a director at Bayern or a manager at Bayern or something. You're guaranteed that. Like Thomas Muller is gonna be one of these guys.
No, but Kimmich is 26. Kimmich is
28,
26.
29.
28 now.
28
Is he?
now. Yes.
He's been around for a minute, but
so that's what I'm saying. He got 5 years left on Bayern. You're guaranteed your future, bro. Look at Beckenbauer. Look at Romaniga. Look at Salihamidzic now. All of these guys that stayed in Bayern until they retired, they're guaranteed places in the club. Guaranteed.
Look, the way Kimmich plays, wouldn't you say he would play till he's about 35?
Probably.
Like,
35, 36, yeah. 35, 36.
So that's what, 7 years. That's
Yeah.
a long time. So
Yeah.
wouldn't you
Manuel
say that?
Neuer
you're
joined them in
saying-
2012.
I know, but they're different. By Real Madrid are like they win the Champions League once every 2 years now on average. Where it's if you want to start winning Champions League, and Bayern Munich got a lot of political stuff going
That's
on where
gonna
they're
change.
changing managers, and then it's just so much happening in house where he's thinking, yeah, we win the league every single year. Champions League, we're nowhere near winning the Champions League now, and we're going backwards as a team. And the recruitment hasn't been that good for the past couple of seasons. So it's are they actually making the progress? And Real Madrid are
No,
they're signing the best young players in the world.
I'll ask you a question. Why are you wearing a jacket inside your own yard?
No, it's a hoodie. Hoodie.
I was gonna say, why are you wearing a jacket?
No, it's a hoodie.
Do you live up north? Is it?
It's raining. It's been raining all day.
Right in my old city.
Yeah,
It's been raining all day. It's
I remember
terrible.
I met you at the terrace and you said, yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
I
it's
still got
terrible.
a question for you. I'm gonna mind you every stream. Are you gonna shave off your hair?
Whenever, yeah. But yeah, going back to Kimmich. What a signing that would be. And he could play right back as well. He could play right back, and then the way they dominate the ball.
That's done and dusted. That's done. It's over. It's past him now. It's done.
Playing right back.
Yeah, it's done. I think it's done for him.
Yeah, I don't think he'll do
think
like
it's done.
Alaba. You know
That
them
ship
players
has
where
sailed,
emergency
bro.
do it. They do it on emergency. That's it.
Yeah. That ship has sailed. This guy is starting defensive midfielder for the German team, for Bayern Munich. No, this guy's. I like him, but I think he's a great player, good player, fantastic. But I still, for me,
But I don't get how
it's very German in the way he plays. Like,
I know.
you know what? He's very German. The way he plays football is just so. Tony Kroos always had this flair passing in him, always.
Yeah.
Since he came up at Bayern Munich, and it's just different. Tony Kroos always was destined to be that guy who spread passes left and right. I'm not sure about Kimmich, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say one more thing as well. Yeah, I think there might be a few Chelsea fans in there now, but like I'm seeing a lot of Harry Kane to Chelsea more than Man United
Is that because Poch, you reckon?
because of the Poch thing. But I can't see Levy selling, knowing he's a bitter man. Yeah, we all know that. Can anyone actually see Harry Kane trying to link back up with Poch and Harry and Daniel Levy saying, okay, cool. When he doesn't like selling to rivals, not ones in London, especially in London. Did anyone see that?
Lukaku plus 70. Lukaku plus 70.
Do you think that'd be tempting?
70 million.
Oh, yeah.
You think
It depends. It depends on the manager. Lukaku
says-
plus 60.
who
It depends
says
on the
Lukaku?
manager that goes to be honest, that goes to Spurs. It might be Lukaku plus 60 or something like 70.
Yeah, but who says Lukaku wants to go to Tottenham? This guy's got an ego as shit.
Lukaku doesn't get a say in anything. Inter don't want him. Chelsea don't want him. Who wants him?
Man, he's overweight. He's overweight. He can't get around the pitch anymore. He's 30 years old now. It's like he's got no say anymore, Lukaku.
Only way Lukaku revives his
come
career,
on.
yeah, if he loses weight and he goes to slim Lukaku again and stop thinking he's this big buff.
But it takes him a long time to lose weight, and he puts weight on so quick. When he has a couple of weeks when he's injured.
In 2019 and 20, when Inter won the league, he had his own nutrition with him in Italy, and he has a fitness coach that used to like accompany Conte, and they slimmed him. The guy looked skinny, bro.
Yeah,
he was so slim.
But then he won the league, innit? And then what?
And then the pasta. Get the pasta and the pizza every day now. You know what I mean? Like, just get out.
Like comparing him with someone like Haaland, I think Grealish was saying that Haaland, the way he's so strict with his diet and like his fitness coach and his rest days and everything.
Not just that, him and Jack Grealish are strict on their sleep as well. Like they wear these glasses at night so they can block out any light, so they can actually.
Yeah, and it's like Haaland wants to be at the best, like at the highest peak on his like when it comes to his body, and that's why he's so good. But going back to Harry Kane, he said in an interview, I think it was last week or week before, he said that even if we get the journalist asked him, like if you get into the Conference League, is that like an achievement? He said we haven't won a trophy in a long time, and even with the Conference League, I want to win the Conference League. So I think he really wants to stay. He really wants to win a trophy for Tottenham. So I don't see Harry Kane leaving now.
Nah, if he was desperate at one point to leave for City, who says he's not going to be desperate if Man United put in an 80 million bid or whatever the hell it is?
Well, come on, man. The City's there. I'm not disrespecting you. City's there, and United's here right now.
Yeah, but we're talking about.
I feel like it's a guaranteed trophy with City, innit?
Yeah, every year.
Yeah, but
It's not even like a Carabao Cup, FA Cup. It's a Champions League or Premier League every year.
Yeah, but it can be known. That's the thing is, like, where do you want your legacy to be? I'm hearing, I had this let's call it a debate or disagreement. Very short because I didn't want to entertain it too quick. Saying you don't need to win trophies to define your legacy. I was like, are you dumb, bro? Like to be successful. I'm like, trophies define success in football. Goals don't mean achievements. Then
But it depends on which player.
Not success. Yeah, but for Kane, he needs to solidify trophy. Bro, last time out, they had Conte in charge, and he still went out of the Conference League to our next team.
Yeah.
Was it Dynamo Zagreb or something, or somebody in Croatia? One of them teams.
Yeah.
So who said they're gonna win that? That's the only chance. They're not gonna win no domestic trophy.
If they can't win the Conference League, then that's like if West Ham can win it, if West Ham can win the Conference League and Tottenham can't, that would be
you know what that makes me think as well, though, Ty. If Harry Kane wants to talk, and obviously he's not gonna shit talk in his legendary club that he's at. But if he don't want to go and leave Tottenham, that says everything you need to know about that man's mentality overall.
Yeah, 100%. Time's running out. Well, like the thing is, it's either now this summer 80 million or 100, or he goes on a free next summer, and we just see who's going to need a striker then. Because by then, Man United might have bought a striker this summer. You know, Real Madrid, they might. You know, will he want to go Spain? He wants to break the record in the Prem. Chelsea will probably have their striker this summer. So if he doesn't move now, he's then relying on another big team wanting him next summer who haven't then sorted out their issues. Also, one big thing players forget is what if he does his ACL in May next year or April next year?
Yeah,
what happens then? He's screwed.
You said about any player. They never come back the same.
No, you could. But no. What I'm saying is that what you're in. I agree with you in terms of like if he lingers around Spurs, he's then waiting to guarantee himself a move in a year's time if his contract runs out. But there's never any guarantees in football. So for me, it should be now.
We got linked with Gonzalo Ramos again today, like a hot link as well.
Yeah, I saw it.
Bro, I've actually been told, by the way. Today, Osimhen's a no-go complete.
Yeah. He's too much money in it.
Napoli don't want to sell him.
We can't afford the package. That's done.
You cannot afford the wage and the money.
Yeah,
Napoli owner.
I just got told whole package. Osimhen's a no. I've been given a few other names, but I can't really say much on here, obviously.
Gonzalo Ramos, they're saying between 70 million and so, and I don't know if Benfica is going to take that, but I would
70 million for Gonzalo Ramos.
Would you say he's a bit? He's
overrated for sure. 35, 40 max, bro.
Yeah. Because you know what it is? He scored 17 goals this season, if I'm correct, and he scored 0 goals in his last 7 games in a sick Benfica team. And that just tells me, if you can't do that for Benfica, what the hell are you going to do for my team?
Yeah.
Apparently, Cass, I'm so glad you brought up Ramos. Mo, apparently he was so crap against you lot over 2 legs. Can you comment?
Yeah, he's garbage, bro. He missed one of the biggest chances to keep them in the tie. Yeah, he was terrible against Acerbi and an old defense. This guy is half the age of like the Acerbis and the Darmian. The Darmian kept him quiet, bro.
If Man United got him, you wouldn't be saying, "Oh, Man United are going to the next."
I would think you went a step backwards.
Wow!
Oh my word! Ivan Toney's
for 70. No. Hold on. Let me just rephrase it. If you get him for 35, yes, for the future, 21 years old. Yeah,
78 million, like a Nunes fee, like a Darwin Nunes fee.
Yeah, if you get it full on that this is the guy that is gonna help us next year for 78, that your main signing up top, 70, 80 million, you probably you're gonna waste your money, probably, most likely.
And talking of money, I suppose it's to round it off is lately, the Sir Jim Ratcliffe talk about Man United and are saying, Sir Jim in. All you guys in the comments are haters. You lot are dickheads. Do you understand? So anyways, all these rivals are hating on it, but it got confirmed today anyways, technically by someone that's trying to be in the know, but I don't believe him. I don't believe
nothing's been dropped yet, Cass.
So the Sun newspaper, and there's a guy that typically writes on football for the last 35 years, says they're in the know that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is the preferred taker from the Glazers to take over, yada, yada, yada. But then today, Jamie Jackson comes out and says nothing's been done. Like this, that's all bullshit. So again, this is why I say I don't believe anything Jamie Jackson says, and I don't believe definitely not anything that the Sun says, unless it comes out about who's it typically from that's quite linked with Man United. I can't remember his name. Works for the Sun newspaper, but he's more indulged in the transfer news. And who wants to buy the Sun anyways?
I know you're about them.
I hate that newspaper, and I don't like them, and everything they stand for is garbage.
Not Mullock, no,
it's not Mullock. No. Ooh, it might be. There's another one though. There's another one.
There's another one. I know you're about. Yeah.
So that's all I can really say on that. And if Sir Jim Ratcliffe comes in, I think the first name he's mentioned to come in is actually Paul Mitchell.
I
Which
just
is-
don't want him, man. I'm just
I
done
know I
with it.
don't
I'm
want
done
him
with
either,
it.
but I don't really want to do this whole episode of obviously never a foul to talk about ownership.
Yeah, you know what, Cass? I'm actually so done. I just want to wait for the news to drop, and then I'll talk about it when it's confirmed.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm going to leave it to the end,
Mm.
and I'm just going to drop it for what it is and for what it says and what the updated news is.
Yeah,
I'm
do
just
your thing,
waiting for.
man.
I'm just waiting for literally Lawton Times and Bloomsburg and them man there. That's it. There's nothing else I need to know about it. So there's no one knows anything right now, and I think it's been long overdue. I swear. When is it? Is it Friday tomorrow? Tomorrow, Friday. I swear we should be knowing more by tomorrow. That's what was told to Man United fans.
Yeah.
But this is £6 billion that's getting like flaunted around. It's not a simple transaction.
Yeah,
Glazers
exactly. We're talking.
my
big.
knowledge, I don't know about to you guys' knowledge, but Glazers are greedy. If there's more money on offer, they're taking that more money on offer because they can run with it now. Not what's later.
Yeah.
Isn't the government have to approve the sale?
Surgeon Ratcliffe is British. He is not getting disapproved, bro.
So, but that's what I mean. If it was between the Qatari and Surgeon Ratcliffe,
Oh,
the
and
government
half of
would
London.
side with them. What side was?
No, because it's weird because the Qataris were in one of the sheiks were in with literally the other day they were in
Rishi Sunak,
Rishi Sunak and all that. And people know, if anyone knows, China and Qatar own most of London.
Yeah.
This is kind of tricky. Tricky
For me,
situation.
this is where I clock out because it's getting political, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So
You know what? 281 people still here. Sun's outside. Europa League semi-finals tonight. Europa Conference League.
Europa League still on.
Sevilla Juventus today, isn't it? In the
Dude, Sevilla, Juventus, and Roma, Leverkusen.
Yeah, then you got
This
the West Ham
is-
game, which is obviously big down there.
I think this is a showcase for Xabi Alonso. I think this is what the world is going to be watching. Xabi Alonso
versus Mourinho.
Yes, I think this is the showcase for Xabi Alonso because he's linked with Spurs as well.
He played under Mourinho. Yeah, he did. He played under Mourinho.
He did
Yeah,
play under
Real
Mourinho
Madrid,
and Real Madrid. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think Xabi Alonso today is on a watch.
Wait, who did play? Oh, Xabi
Yeah,
versus
Roma. It's at Roma tonight as well. First leg.
Wait. Is Pogba back?
Yes, he is.
Pogba for
He's
Juventus,
from,
is back.
oh my god.
I'm
Nah,
watching
don't.
that game. I'm watching that game.
His 28-minute cameo, Mo, and I know you probably saw it. I was like, this guy, if he could just stay fit and beat United, he was balling. I saw him coming against Atalanta, Cass, on Sunday, 11:30 kickoff. Oh my days! I watched it after the
You don't
rival.
know, like this guy.
This-
When he
there's
was at
something about-
Juventus, when he
Yeah.
was at Juventus, listen,
He's just
Yeah,
different.
he's-
He just comes
this
on
guy
the pitch
was
and-
tearing the world apart.
honestly,
He
even against
is
Atalanta, Mo, he came on.
wicked.
You know what it is?
30 minutes.
Something about United fans, and they love highlight FC. Like they love players like Pogba, Martial, and like
Don't
at their
do
best.
Ty,
this and that.
Ty, you know, Ty
You've
is
had
a
good
fan of
stream. Let's end it on
Neymar.
good terms.
Ty
You've
is
had
a
good
fan of
stream.
Pogba. Ty is a fan of Martial.
Yeah,
Ty likes these guys, you know.
yeah.
I
These are
know.
my guys. These are my guys, man.
No,
But nah, it's a great stream, man. I was gonna say, run up the likes, people, because there is nearly
Oh, I got
300
an
of you
announcement
here.
as well. Yeah, I don't care, Man United fans, but I'm going on DR Sports again on Saturday. So,
Yeah, Cass, you just better fuck.
as I said, my PayPal is open and the money's gone up. So I need £175 if you don't want me to go. That's the only way I'm canceling. That's the only way. I'm not kidding. Someone wants to PayPal me 175. I ain't going.
Wow.
So who's got £175 for me? Because I need my bread. And I'm gonna break. I'm telling you now, this is where we win. Anyways, this is where we win. And people.
Who you got? Who you got on Saturday?
Wolves. 3:00 kickoff.
Home.
No, you won that game. What the
that's
heck?
easy.
We're about to break it. We're about to break it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
break the curse.
Like,
Break the curse.
break the curse. I'm gonna get a win under my belt.
Have to.
You know what I'm saying? So Manesh said, "You may slap pain." No, I like money.
If you guys somehow lose that game, then
I Bailey, I love that you said this. People need to watch out this summer. You know, me and Daps and Ty. I think I'm gonna get Ty a different color one, anyways. But no, I'm gonna get a red one.
I'll probably I'll get navy blue probably for the tracksuits.
Yeah, and then Daps is gonna get a light blue one, and you can kind of see what prototypes we got going on. Maybe some planes.
They're nice though. Don't worry, guys, man. We got a lot coming, man. Stay with us.
Yeah, hoodies, and I think I'll probably start off with hoodies and shirts, t-shirts, in it, and we're gonna get
And
100%.
then it will soon be caps.
Just for you, Bailey. Just for you, Bailey. We're gonna get literally never a foul along somewhere, maybe the side strip or something like that, and it's gonna be Jordan Pickford fouling. You know
Van
who
Dijk.
in it? Van Dijk. Never a foul. I wonder how many people would want that shirt because I'm gonna wear that shirt.
This guy Jordan Pickford did it again last game. He's an idiot. He's an
idiot.
absolute idiot. This guy's an absolute touched in the head. Touched in the head. Swear to God.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
end it whenever you.
Yeah. Big up, guys.
No. Wait, one more thing, because I need people to always remember this, and he's not escaping.
I think we'll win 3-0.
As we know here, look at this. Andrew Sheik's shaking of the hands here. So, if Arsenal win, this young man gets £100. If not, then you're shaving off that Barnet.
Yeah.
Flop ever.
Hey, wait, Dawood, are you coming to the barbecue, by the way? On the 17th of June? You are now, innit? That's where you're shaving off your hair. I've got a shaver right here.
17th of June. I might be in Saudi or something.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I love that. He's quick. You might be in Saudi. I'm like, he's like doing
he's gonna
Umrah.
send a screenshot of a flight later. He's gonna get one of his brethren to send him a
Yeah.
screenshot of a flight.
Hey, 1-0 me, tie 0. Love that. Big up Michael. Not Dawood, you're coming, innit?
If we win the Premier League, I'll be there.
No, you're coming. No, alright, bro. You know this is the perfect way for you to link up, like with like Robbie Troops and then like, your Arsenal man, them innit?
Robbie, all right.
Yeah. So it's good. Yeah, it's a good link sesh kind of. So Dawood, I'm just gonna say when you're coming, I'm gonna put there's gonna be a projector outside. We're gonna put that clip on outside, and you're gonna shave your hair off, bro, because you need.
What's happening on that day?
Not just barbecue, innit? Barbecue says everything's halal. Don't worry.
Is it halal?
Yeah, of course, bro. I'm Muslim. Of course, it's gonna be halal, bro.
Okay.
So yeah, you're gonna calm down. There's gonna be bear man. You're shaving off your head, and we're gonna put it on live.
London.
No, Bedford.
Mm.
It's not that far. It's about an hour.
By Milton Keynes, 50 minutes from Milton Keynes.
An hour and 15 minutes from Leicester. From that. Because remember, you can go directly to Coventry, or you can go around to go to Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can take this off the
We're gonna try to get like maybe a day sponsorship from Manscaped. How about that as well?
Oh, yeah.
It's a big finale. You know what I'm saying?
It's always about the money with Kaz. It's always about the sponsorships.
My name is Terry, mate.
Man gotta eat, man. Man gotta eat.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. Mo's getting into the English slang. But yeah, tomorrow we'll be back. I don't think we're gonna be back tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna be back to probably talk about the weekend. Daps is back finally. He is merked. He's probably just got off the plane, probably on his way back here now. Ty might be around. Mo might be around. Might do a later stream, to be fair, on a Friday. It was all right last time. I don't know about you guys on a Friday. Actually, can anybody inbox me? Anybody inbox me what they prefer on a Friday? Do you prefer, if you're from the UK anyways, try to think of it in UK time. Do you prefer it at night to watch streams, or on a Friday, do you prefer to watch it in the middle of the day, like 5 p.m., 6
How
p.m.?
about we're gonna do a poll on the channel? It's gonna be a post, and you guys.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Or inbox.
How
me.
about we do instead of inboxing him, we do a poll and vote. Or also make sure to leave a comment after the stream is done. Make sure to leave a comment after the stream is done.
Just jealous, man. It's just because people are watching, want to message me and not message you, bro, about Inter shitty Milan. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that, man. Congratulations on yesterday's win.
Yeah, that was easy. You actually was. You were right. Predicted it right. You predicted.
What did I say?
I said
You said 2-0. You said 2-0. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.